there's some basics that everybody needs to do to have online dating success. And a lot of people dread online dating, and as I said before, if you're not doing it, you really are probably not going to meet many men, if at all. So the first thing is your attitude. Maintain a positive attitude, and it can be really frustrating. I understand, you either do nothing and don't get any emails, and I highly recommend that you do send emails every single day. 3 emails a day. You've got to have some traction in online dating. It is truly a numbers game. And so send those emails and send short, just a little, I like this about your profile. Here's why. Share a little bit about yourself, about why you liked whatever you liked, and that's it. And if you're on a dating app, come up with some really fun ways to connect. Some little cute little openers that get somebody going, and be a little flirty, because we forget to flirt. Okay, so let's say you're sending out emails. You've got 10, 12, 15 emails out there, and you're not hearing back from anybody, or you hear back only from people who send you, "Hi baby, hey beautiful." You get winks, you get likes, but you don't get the connection you're looking for. So yes, it can be frustrating, but do remember that it's a numbers game. Like I said before, it is a numbers game, because the truth is you're only looking for one special person. So if you think that, not hearing from a bunch of men means there's something wrong with you, please don't think that way. It's just important not to take it personally, and I'm going to go into that a little more later, but maintain that positive attitude, and that you just want to go and live your best life. Make sure you are having an awesome life, so that you're not depending on an answer from a man to complete you, to make you feel that you have self-worth. Okay? So positive attitude. And remember that when you don't have a positive attitude, it comes out. It leaks out of us, whether we know it or not, whether we like it or not. The second part is to market yourself with an outstanding profile. And if you're on one of the long-form dating sites like Match.com or OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, Elite Singles, any of those, and don't ask me which is the best dating site, please, because they all work for some people all of the time. So you have to find what works for you. And sometimes you can get a free subscription to some of these, and you can at least scroll through and see if there's anybody of interest. Or you can get a 1-month subscription if you can, and just subscribe for a month and see what it's like. But make sure that your photos are current, and that you have an essay that attracts a man, not just a good friend of yours who thinks it's awesome. Because often when your friends like it, it's not a good thing, because they are not men, unless you have a friend who's a man, and then I would ask him. So let's go over the photos. Obviously, no photos out of focus. I once saw a guy's profile, and he used his scanned license photo as his profile photo. Seriously, with the state stamped on his head. Not exactly attractive. I am totally against sunglasses and photos that are old, and photos of groups, because nobody knows who you are. So make sure you have a beautiful close-up. You want to have a few body shots, preferably doing something that you love, because that begins a conversation. So we want to have action shots. We want to have shots of you in a variety of different things. So maybe you're outside doing gardening because you love gardening. And caption your photos. Make sure you caption them. Now, this is just a brief outline of what is good in online dating. I'm not going to go into tremendous detail tonight. Because at the end of this, I'm going to tell you how you can learn even more about online dating with me, but you're going to have to wait till the end. One of the things that I learned is that men love the color red. It is the color of love. So if you can wear red or wear something of color, not black, please do not wear black in your photos. You look like everybody else and you don't stand out. So this first thing I said was market yourself with your profile and your photos. You are marketing yourself, whether you like it or not. Somebody's going to bounce off if you don't capture their attention immediately. So a few body shots, a few close-ups, and that's it. Maybe 4, 5, 6 the most. And another little trick is you want to rotate your photos every couple weeks and put another one as your profile, because somebody will come across it and may be attracted to that one instead of the one you put up first. Okay, also every time you make a little change in your profile, you get to the top of the search list. So it's another little hack that is good to know. Then let's talk about the profile essay. Now, of course, if you're doing a swipe right, swipe left thing like Tinder or Bumble or Hinge or whatever they have out there, you don't have a long essay, but you do need to capture something interesting about yourself. So in the little ones, you might want to put some emojis in there to take the place of some words. You want to talk a little bit about you and a little bit about what you want in a man. I'm going to tell you that you don't want to have adjectives, a list of adjectives. I am creative. I am adventurous. It doesn't tell me anything about who you are. So I'm going to read you one of my older essays, and just to get a sense of who I am and what I'm looking for and how I would want you to write your essay. So here goes. I drive a stick shift and can operate power tools, but I am a woman through and through. I have the creative soul of an artist without the dark side and missing ear. What does that mean for the man in my life? He won't get bored. We can sing, even if we're a little off-key, on spontaneous road trips to undiscovered destinations. He won't be playing mind games because I openly communicate what I want and need. I can be quite playful, and I also enjoy deep conversations. My idea of bliss? Snuggling on the couch with a bowl of popcorn, a good film, and the right guy. I am looking for a straight shooter, a man whose actions and words match. I care more about his generous heart than the make of his car. He takes responsibility for his share in a relationship, and he has the capacity to love with an open heart. He has good relationship with friends and family, and he knows how to set healthy boundaries. I'm attracted to a guy with an upbeat attitude, able to see the positive gains in life's toughest challenges. And I want to laugh with you, so please be able to get silly at the right moments. Oh, and one more thing. I can stand on my head. What's your hidden talent? So this was something I wrote probably 4 or 5 years ago. I actually hadn't even looked at it in that long a time. But I'm just wondering if you learned some things about me and if you learned some things about the man that I am looking for. So when you're very specific, you narrow your net and you attract more of the types of men that you're interested in. Okay. Number 3 is do not take online dating personally. So if you write to somebody and they don't write back, don't think that they rejected you or that they're jerks, because there are many, many perspectives on why men do not answer emails. One, he could be an unpaid member of the site like Match. There are many, many members who still have, non-members who still have their profiles up, and I'm sure many of you know this, and they haven't paid and you have no idea. So it's not personal if they can't read or respond to your email, right? Number 2, maybe he's super popular and he's getting lots of emails every day, especially if you're writing only to the best looking, best educated men. they get a lot more emails than the average man. So it's not personal if he's inundated with emails. You might need to email him again. Number 3, your email may not have been compelling enough. Maybe you didn't really ask him anything. Men need a question at the end. So it's not personal if you haven't captured his attention yet. And there are things you can learn about how to do that. And number 4, maybe your photos didn't capture him because they were not the best photos that you could post. So it's not personal if your photos didn't best represent you. And number 5 is your essay is kind of boring and it didn't really bring him in. Maybe it was very much the same as every single person's. And I hear this from so many men. So if you have a positive attitude about online dating, if you have your best essay, your best photos, and don't take anything personally, I think that you will agree that online dating doesn't really suck. It's actually one of the best ways for you to meet your match. So here's the part where I tell you about what I promised I would tell you about, and that is that every month for the last few months, I have been doing a masterclass. Some of you have been in my masterclasses, and I thank you for that. What I decided to do is, instead of a masterclass for November, I am going to do an online dating 4-part training. It's based on my last course that I taught about how to find love online after 40. And I am updating the whole course to be current because we have so much more available today with the swiping and everything else. You are going to get 4 live trainings in online dating, and you'll be able to apply all of this to your online dating and have success. And I will be here to answer your questions live. Anybody who signs up for this, it's going to be webinar style, but you'll be able to actually talk on the webinar. So I'm excited to be teaching it again. It's time to do this class again because it was very successful the last time I did it, and I know that it's going to help so many of you who are struggling with online dating. And this will be a real experiential class. There will be homework every week. You will go out, you will do this stuff so that you become an online dating ninja